you have realized that our younger generation, there's a split in terms of when you take a look at the polls, but the split is between the younger generation and the older generation. And you're concerned about Generation Z, which is about 12 to 24, 25 years of age. And the thing is that you're finding out that they do not know our own history. They don't know the history of the world. Some of them don't even know about Germany and the Holocaust. They think that's a fairy tale. And what's the problem with that?
Well, I think the central problem, John, is that we train our children to not be bullies. We tell them if you meet a bully, you should stand up against them. What we don't realize is that in the education system, that view to not be a bully is weaponized by people who want the entire world to be seen through a lens of power, the oppressors versus the oppressed. So they look at Israel now and say, well, Israel is wealthier than the Palestinian people. It has more military power than the Palestinian people. Therefore, clearly, Israel is the oppressor, which means that everybody who stands up against them is the oppressed. And the oppressed people can rightly use any means at their disposal to fight against their oppressors. And young adults have largely come to believe this.
Yeah, you've got a poll, the April 2024 Summit Ministries RMG research poll revealed that young adults 18 to 24 are more than 3 times as likely as the general population to deny that Israel even has a right to exist.
That's right.
That's a stunning statistics. Now, why is it that our older generation and our younger generation are split on this, and our older generation hasn't caught up to why yet?
Well, this is going to make sense to all the Americans who are watching.
And Canadians and Europeans.
73% of older Americans say they are proud to live in the United States. Guess what the percentage is for Gen Z? 16%. 16% of Gen Zers say American young people say they are proud to live in the United States. They have come to believe, based on the education they have received, I put education in quotation marks, they have come to believe that America is largely a force for evil in the world, not a force for good. So why does Israel need to be opposed? Because America's behind it.
Also in your book, you quoted a Harvard-Harris poll, which is a current population poll, 2 weeks after October 7th, that revealed that 51% of Generation Z agreed that the killing of 1,200 Israeli civilians and the kidnapping of another 250 civilians can be justified by the grievances of the Palestinians. And by December, that figure had risen to 60%.
60% of Gen Z say they agree with that statement.
What does
they
that statement
look at the killing, the mutilation of 1,200 innocent civilians and say that is justified because the Palestinians are angry.
Is that why anti-Semitism is going up in our country?
Anti-Semitism is on the ascendancy, probably more so than even in the United States prior to World War II. The Anti-Defamation League, started in 1979, says that anti-Semitism is at its highest level. And the statistic that you gave earlier demonstrates that. 1/3 of American young people say Israel does not even have a right to exist as a nation. That is the literal definition, John, of anti-Semitism.
What is the end game of Hamas?
Well, the end game is the annihilation of the state of Israel and the removal of the Jewish people from the land. Keep in mind, after the Holocaust, when Israel was formed as a nation, the Palestinians refused to form their own nation. The Israelis went ahead with their formation. They were immediately attacked by 5 surrounding armies and by the Palestinian neighbors. And after that time, 850,000 Jews were expelled or killed all throughout the Middle East. They were cast out. We know exactly what would happen if Hamas gets control of the territory of Israel. They will kill the people who are there. And they believe that it's the best thing that would have ever happened to them. You know, half the population of Jews in the entire world lives in Israel. You can literally destroy world Judaism if you can just take over that territory, and they are absolutely intent on it.
Yeah.